Recording. Let's take it back. Let's take it back. All right. All right. So 4.3, we're going to take a detour into solving literal equations. The method outlined above in the previous section gives an effective procedure or algorithm to solve any linear equation in one variable. It turns out that this algorithm is also effective in a more general symbolic setting. So a literal equation or formula is an equation relating two or more variables, right? So for example, we have the Fahrenheit formula here. Fahrenheit is equal to 9 over 5 Celsius plus 32, right? Or you have I equals PRT, right? Interest formula. H squared is equal to A squared plus B squared. I don't even know what that is. Y is equal to X squared, right? These are four different literal equations. The first relates to two variables, F and C, representing the temperatures in degrees Fahrenheit and Celsius. The second relates the four variables I, P, R, T, representing interest, principal rate, and time, respectively. The third relates to three variables H, A, and B, representing the length of the hypotenuse and two legs of a right triangle. I would have said C. The fourth relates the two variables X and Y, representing the coordinates of a point on a particular parabola. Such relationships are common in the world, and formulas give a concise way of describing them. A literal equation is linear in a given variable if the only operation involving that variable are addition, subtraction, and multiplication. By a constant or another different variable, for example, the equation I equals PRT is linear in there are is linear in each of the four variables. The equation Y equals X squared is linear in Y, but not linear in X because of the square that's on it, right? The equation H squared is equal to A squared plus B squared is not linear in any of the three variables. You will notice that three of the four examples of linear literal equations are written so that one of the variables appears by itself on one side of the equation. All right. Let's keep going. 1 second. This is getting good. This is getting good. Doo, doo, doo. All right. So you will notice that three of the four examples of literal equations are written so that one of the variables appears by itself on one side of the equation with no algebraic operation indicated. In the equation h squared is equal to a squared plus b squared, the variable h is not by itself since it is raised to the second power. Many formulas are written in this format. It indicates that the value of the variable appearing by itself can be determined knowing the values for all the variables on the other side. So for example, given the simple interest formula I equals PRT, right? Suppose we're given that the principal amount is $2,000, so P is equal to 2,000. The annual interest rate is 0.1%, or R is equal to 0.001. And the time invested is 3 years, T is equal to 3. The formula implies that knowing this information, we should be able to determine the interest earned. So substituting the given values into the formula, we have I is equal to 2,000 times 0.001 times 3, which is equal to 6, right? So this is a linear equation whose only solution is 6, right? Now, if you're wondering why I have that sad face there, right? You literally put $2,000 into an investment, and in 3 years, you got $6 back. That's sad. You know? $6 back. That's sad, right? Anyway, so the interest earned on the principal amount of 2,000 over the 3 years at an annual interest rate of 0.1% is $6. You will notice in the example in the preceding paragraph that the mathematics involved in using a formula to determine the value of one variable when the others are given does not involve much algebra at all, at least when the variable to be determined is by itself on one side of the equation. All that remains given values of the other variables is evaluation. However, for many reasons, it will often be convenient to rewrite the literal equation so that a given variable appears by itself. When the equation is linear, right, it is the given variable, we can apply the method, right, in the previous section, solve the equation in terms of the given variable. Notice that this is an abuse of the meaning of the word solve. In fact, we are not solving the equation at all, which would involve finding values for all the variables for which the equation is true. Nevertheless, the terminology is so common that it would be futile to avoid it. All right. When y'all see the example, y'all gonna see what I mean. It's not that bad. Let me give y'all a basic example right here. So check this out. So I have the interest formula, I equals PRT, right? And then now they're telling me that they want me to solve for T. So basically, I want the equation to say T equals blah, 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 right? So over here on the right-hand side, I have my T, but I have that P and that R next to it. How do I get rid of the P and the R? We could do it one by one. How do I get rid of the P, for example? Exactly, divide by P. But what you do to one side of the equation, you gotta do to the other side of the equation. So now I have I over P is equal to RT. But I still have an R next to that T. How do I get rid of the R? Divide by R, right? What I do to one side of the equation, I got to do to the other side of the equation, right? So now, final answer, I have T is equal to I over PR. And that's it. Now, for me, right, I'm a little bit more advanced, right? When I see this, I is equal to PRT, right? I know that the P and the R are being multiplied to the T. So I actually just divide by the P and the R one shot. And then what I do to one side, I do to the other. So there goes my final answer. T is equal to I over PR. That's how I do it. But I wanted you guys to see how to do it one by one in case you guys wanted to do that. Questions on this? This is solving a literal equation. All right. Sorry. Take it down. Okay. Got you. There you go. Oh, what I can use this for? So I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really tell this to my other 23 students, but I'm gonna tell it to y'all. All right. So a lot of what I'm teaching y'all is the same formula, just manipulated for different situations, right? But if you know how to do this, you don't gotta memorize 19 different formulas. You just need one formula and then you manipulate it to what it is that you need it for. That's it. You know? Those of you that want to study finance, there goes one of your formulas. Huh? That would be the algebra sheet, the algebra one. Yeah. In statistics, you don't need to worry about this, but oh my God, if you master this, you would be a demon in statistics. There's nothing that you can't master, you know? All right, let's take it up a notch. And you know, one way to study with this, you see me putting up these examples, right? So when you guys are rewatching the video and stuff, you could pause it, cut the example, throw it into AI, say, hey, give me another question just like this, and then that could help you with studying for the test. And you can do that with every single subject, every single topic, excuse me, that we did here. I had a girl in my class. She was studying nursing. She had an A+, and that was her secret. Everything that I posted, she would just cut and paste in the AI, give me another question like this. She kept doing it until she understood. And then boom, okay, here comes a test, you know? Mm. So I have 3x plus 4y equals 12. How do I solve for y here? That's what they want me to do, solve for y. What should I do first?
12.
12? What about the 12?
But it's not 12. Drop
Mm.
3.
But remember what I want, right? It's the 3x. I want the y by itself. So whatever it is that you're solving for, that's what you're not going to touch. You want to touch everything else around it, right? So you're right. Subtract the 3x first. You're right. But what you do to one side of the equation, you have to do to the other side of the equation. Subtract 3x. So now you have 4y is equal to negative 3x plus 12. They're different terms, so they can't be combined, right? But still, I don't have y by itself. This 4 is in front of it. How do I get rid of the 4? How do I get rid of this 4? What is it? The 12? No. I have a 4 in front of the y. I want to get rid of the 4. Say it again? Yeah, how do I get rid of it? Not subtract, divide, right? I want to divide by 4. But what I do to one side, I have to do to the other. All right? So now what do I have? I have y equals negative 3 over 4x plus, what's 12 divided by 4 again?
12 and 4 divided by 4.
No, 12 divided by 4. 3. And then that's it. That's my answer. Not bad, right? Go ahead.
So it became -3.
Uh-huh. Because I had 3x, so I want to take it away. Yeah. Mhm. So if I'm undoing addition, I undo addition with subtraction, and I undo subtraction with addition. For multiplication, I undo multiplication with division. Yeah, so that's why. Questions?
Can we do another example?
Let's see if I have any more. Ooh, this is hard. Yeah, we could do another one.
This is already on the web work. I couldn't check for what work
This is not.
because I was busy.
Yeah, this is not on there.
Not yet.
It's not. I'm not putting it up.
Oh, you
But
why? Oh, why you
I mean,
that too long?
low key, I feel like you guys can get this without the homework. You know,
Oh,
but if you do want to study for it, like I said, pause the video, cut the example, put it in AI, give me another question just like this, and do it again. You know?
all right.
If you want, tell me how to do this.
X minus 5, y equal 8 to x minus y equal 5. So subtract to x, and while we're doing one equation, that we have to do in another question.
Very good. Very good.
Then divided by, we have to divide by y,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, equal to x plus 8,
So what am I dividing?
y divided by 8,
No.
like 5. No,
Close. Give me something better.
oh, by -2.
No.
Oh, I forgot that is there.
What's in front of the Y?
Huh?
What's in front of Y?
No, look what? Okay, we got 5.
Close. Give me a better answer. What's in front of the Y?
-5.
-5. Now we're talking. Right? And then everything gets divided by -5. just like that. All right. So now what do we have? We have y is equal to, so a negative divided by negative is a positive, so 2 over 5x. A positive divided by negative is negative, and then 8 over 5. That's it. That's my answer. All right. Questions on this?
Why, why is positive?
Which one's positive? Oh, this? Because a negative divided by negative is positive.
Oh, okay, it's not.
Yeah. Any questions? All
So you
good?
divide a negative two x,
Mm-hmm.
you divide a negative two x
By negative 5.
by negative five.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then that's it.
I'm still a little confused, like y minus eight over five. And then you
Because
divide,
the
okay, you divided negative two x
mm-hmm.
divided by negative five, right?
Mhm.
Is two, the result,
Well, 2 over 5.
2/5.
Yeah, because 2 doesn't go into 5. That's right. Or 5 doesn't go into 2. Let me say it like that. I'm sorry.
Okay,
Yeah.
and you have in positive.
Positive, because a
And-
negative divided by negative is positive.
Okay, and then in that negative eight over five, it's come from.
So the 8 is positive, but the 5 is negative. So a positive divided by a negative is a negative. Yeah, so then minus 8 over 5.
Can we do another extra?
Sure. Well, I'm actually done for today though. So if y'all want to just sign the attendance,
You don't.
yeah. But you want another example, so I'll get you another example.
And wait,
Mhm. If you guys want to do some work, y'all could do your homework. We can hang out for a little while and wait out the storm.
Is it raining?
Yeah. And I just did my hair this morning and everything. I'm so mad. You
I have my online class
You have your what?
online.
I got you. Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So you know what? I'm gonna just take advantage of this moment right here. So So I'm gonna share with you guys, right? This is my favorite AI right here. I love to use Microsoft Copilot. You guys could use whatever y'all like. This is called Microsoft Copilot, right? Yeah. This is my favorite one. Y'all can use whatever y'all like, right?
That one too, you still.
Exactly, exactly. So check this out, right? The previous question that we had, excuse me, right?
I'm gonna take my.
I'm just gonna paste it right here. See, there goes the question right there, right? And all you have to say is, right? Give me 5 more examples like this. That's all you have to do. That's not even good English. I didn't even include a period.
Period.
I should have typed the period. You're right.
No,
oh,
no, how do I get that? Like,
oh,
open it?
oh,
like-
Copilot? Yeah,
Yes.
you have access to it through your BCC email. Everybody has it.
Ah,
Yeah. So now you see, I asked for 5 examples, and that's what it did. So you see, it gave me 5. Geez, y'all might, y'all. Yeah. I mean, we can still chill out here, you know. So like, this is 5 brand new examples that we could do, right? Just like the previous example that we just had, right? So this is a good way to study, you know. So hypothetically speaking, right? Let's say that we worked out the first example, right? Let's say we got negative what 3/4 um minus no excuse me plus 10/4, right?
How do I get this?
Oh, this is it right here.
So I just click on that and that's
Yeah,
it?
that's it. Yeah, that's what I did. Oh, but you have access to it through your email.
So I just click-
Eventually it'll load. But yeah,
That's what I'm saying, so I just copy and paste from.
the video. Yeah, so use the snipping tool, and then take a picture of the question, and then put into it. Yeah.
And just paste it
Or
on.
or if you want to type it, you can type. You don't have to do the picture. Yeah. Yeah. All right, man. I see you, man. Yeah. Yeah, you could do that too. But yeah. So let me show you guys a little bit more, right? So let's say for the first one, all right? We solved it, we did it on paper, right? We want to know if it's right, right? But matter of fact, let's say that let's go one step further. Let's say that we actually don't know how to do it, right? So here's what you could do. You could say, show me step. It's a good luck, man. Good luck. Show me step by step how to answer the first question. Oh, I really can't spell today. Ooh. You know what? I blame it on the rain. You know?
And it'll break down the problem.
And it breaks it down step by step, right? Showing you how to solve this equation, right? So first we want to subtract 3x from both sides, then we want to divide by the coefficient of y, right? The number that's in front. And boom, it gives us the answer right there. Now you look at your paper. Did you have that same answer? If the answer is yes, you're good. You know how to do it, right? Up or down?
Yeah.
Up, yeah. So yeah, if you have the same answer on the page, you're good. If you don't, all right, give me another question just like this, and then you try it again. Give me another question just like this and try it again until you get it right. So the first step, right, is you want to hold on.
Yeah.
So this is the original equation up here, right? 3x plus 4y. Well, you're subtracting 3x from both sides. Right, bye-bye, I'll see you. Then after that, now you have the 4y equals 10 minus 3x. Then you want to divide by the 4, by the number that's in front. Yeah, 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 yeah. Go to the top. This one?
Yeah, so this is gonna be the problem.
Yeah.
Side by side.
Right. It can't do it the way I do it when I'm writing. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Got you. Yeah. Yeah. And then it goes by and it does it. Right?
Yeah.
Simplifies it down all the way to the end, right? Now, if you have that same answer, that means to me that you understand how to do it. You could stop at that point. But if you didn't get that answer, then you say, hey, give me another question just like this. And it'll generate a new question. Then you try it, right? And you just keep practicing the process until you get it. And then once you get it, you're good. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So let's say this part right here, right? Where it said simplified down to this answer, right? You could say, show me how to simplify my answer step by step, right? And then it'll do it for you, right? So it starts off with the second one, right? And then you have the 10/4, and it's reducing it to 5/2, right? Reason being that 10 is 5 times 2, 4 is 2 times 2. You can cross out twos, the two twos, and you're left with just 5/2. You know? And then you rewrite it in y equals mx plus b format. Boom, that's our final answer. Yeah, you can ask it questions in the middle of the process. You can ask it to detail explain why, like if you felt like skip a step, explain to me how you went from step 3 to step 4, or whatever. Well, yeah.
Everything that I can get to me.
Yeah. So, when you go downstairs, like, if you know where the pantry is on the left-hand side, there's a computer lab right there. You can print it in. Yeah. What's wrong? Yeah. You might have to email it to yourself and then print it out from your email. You could probably even take your online class there if you want. Yeah, because I don't think nobody used that computer lab. Oh, no, dude. Got you. All right. All right. I see. So, yeah. Yeah. Got you. Yeah, you can do it downstairs. Yeah, you're welcome. Hey, how's everything? I mean, okay. Let me, wait, hold on. Let me just stop this real quick.